Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to the county ground in Swindon for this afternoon's second division West Country derby between Swindon Town and Plymouth Argyle. And it really is, isn't it, a case of two great strikers. Jimmy Quinn, already 17 goals this season for Swindon, top of the second division goal-scoring stakes. And here's a classic Quinn goal, turning on it and hammering it into the top of the net. Well, will we see that this afternoon, or will we see Tommy Tynan of Plymouth Argyle, another prolific goal scorer? And, of course, Player of the Year voted at Plymouth Argyle last season. Well, I'm very pleased to welcome here this afternoon a gentleman, a very familiar gentleman to the West Country, Kevin Mabbott, formerly Bristol City during the heydays you played for them. You're well used to scoring lots of goals. Amazing to have two great strikers like that here today.
Yeah, sure. I think the two strikers, you know, probably some of the best two strikers in the second division. Looking through the teams, there's a lot of experience there, and so it looks for a good game.
Swindon 11th place at this moment, Plymouth Argyle 17th. It would appear to me as though probably they've got problems in defence.
Yeah, but you can say that, but there's a lot of good attackers in both teams. Bobby Barnes, for instance, is an excellent player, was in his day at West Ham. So he creates a lot, so it's going to be a good game.
So, who do you think should win?
Well, I was speaking to some Crystal Palace players 2 or 3 weeks ago after the game against Swindon there, and they said that Swindon were the best team they played against this season. So I'm going to plug for Swindon.
Because certainly Swindon set off at great pace, don't they?
Sure, I mean, they're very quick. Quinn up front and Barnes there on the wing, and the experience in the team. I'm going to go for Swindon.
Kevin Mabbott, we'll let you get off at a great pace because you've got a long walk now up to your commentary position. We'll be hearing from you very shortly. Just before we hand over to the commentators, I mentioned to you that later on, at the end of this match, we hope to bring you a few of the shocks and surprises in today's FA Cup matches that, of course, are also being played. So, without further ado, I see the teams about to come out. So let's join your match commentator this afternoon, Roger Malone.
Well, as Colin Calderwood leads out that Swindon side, let's take a look at their lineup for today. And there's a very significant change there straight away. At number 1, the goalkeeper, Tim Flowers. They borrowed him yesterday from Southampton, the first division club. Swindon have lost their last 3 league games since their number 1 keeper, Fraser Digby, has been out with a broken hand. So they missed him, and so they think that borrowing this lad Flowers will put right that defensive problem today. And it's a good side that can leave out Steve White from their starting lineup. Steve there is amongst Lou Macari's 2 substitutes. Well, now a look at the Plymouth lineup, and Plymouth Argyle, of course, known by their famous nickname, the Pilgrims, and certainly the Pilgrims' progress has been very eventful of late. Well, last month they stuck 6 goals past Leeds United, who always fancied themselves as one of the best clubs in the second division. But in their last 2 matches, why, that Plymouth side from down by the sea there, they've shipped no fewer than 11 goals into their net. So they're looking to block that up today, and they bring in the big number 4 to do that job. Northern Ireland defender Jerry McElhenney will play. There'll be 3 central defenders in their lineup, Smith, McElhenney and Marker, and they'll move Marker to midfield. That's the Plymouth plan, and the referee in charge of this West Country argument is Trelford Mills of Barnsley. So Swindon get the West Country soccer moving right to left. Swindon in the red shirts, white shorts. Plymouth Argyle in their well-known green shirts, black shorts. And straight away it's a free kick to the Plymouth side. Well, this is Plymouth's 3rd season back up in Division 2. Manager David Smith has put together an interesting side and done quite a lot of shopping in those 3 seasons. Swindon, of course, this is their 1st season back up after 2 remarkable seasons of successive promotion. Tim Parkin showing the sort of acrobacy there, which has been a feature of his play in the back for Swindon. Dave Hockaday knocking it back to Tim Flowers, give the new goalkeeper an early touch. He'll be a bit nervous, the new goalkeeper, Kevin.
Yeah, he will be a little bit nervous, but I think an early touch and he'll be fine. Kamara, good challenge. Anderson, free kick to Swindon for that swift challenge on Chris Kamara. Right full-back Hockaday will take it. Oh, and there's a penalty, was it not? Wow, wow, wow. He certainly handled it, number 4, but the referee is signalling that McElhenney had his arm pulled down by Bamba.
Parkin, good ball for Quinn to chase on McElhinney. The Irishman, one Irishman against another, is it in? Well, what do you know? Well, didn't Steve Cherry do well to keep that out of his net? It was the race of the two Irishmen there, and Big Jerry got his boot in first, but my goodness me, that was almost in. Have a look at this, Kevin.
Goalkeeper did well here, huh? Very well.
And in comes the corner. Up goes Bamba. Calderwood. In comes Kamara, but Bamba and he get in each other's way. King has it. Too high for Barnes. Bobby Barnes, the recent signing from Aldershot, made a good impression. Couple of goals already. Smart lad. Former West Ham. Evans up, using his height, but Hockaday had anticipated. Tim Flowers had a couple of games on loan here last season. Oh, Quinn up nicely to Barnes, who switched wings from left to right, just to set an extra problem for Plymouth. Coughlin, cut out by Kamara. Well, what do you think of it so far, Kevin?
Well, it's interesting to see Swindon playing the long ball for Quinn and Bamba up in the air, and one feeding off the other.
Yes, that's a feature of their play, and they do it extremely well, which is why they get so many goals between them. Lee Cooper's throw. Hodges done well to make himself some space, but Kamara's in there tackling well. Jimmy Quinn, who scored for Northern Ireland in the week, but with better touches than that, and they're offside. Well, he's given it the other way. He's spotted a different sort of infringement. That looked a bit like offside, Kevin, but obviously something different. He spotted something we didn't.
Yeah, I didn't spot it neither.
So, Brimacombe is having a shot. Nasty skidding one, but Flowers had read it well all the way. In good position. Mark Smith. I think we got it right this time, Kevin. I think that is offside.
Yeah, I think so.
Calderwood's long ball coming up for Barnard. Didn't give Barnard much chance there with that one. It was a poor ball from the Swindon skipper. Parkin against Evans. And at the second time, just wins it, battling away there. In goes Calderwood, but Tynan had nicked it off him. This is good for Plymouth. King is shepherding Hodges. Good play by King. But now Barnard's lost it to Brimacombe. And finally, the skipper moved across and said, let's sort that one out. So Anderson, the left winger, taking it to curl it in from the right side. Problems for Swindon with the sun in their eyes. And it's Jimmy Quinn nodding that away. 17-goal Jimmy Quinn, leading marksman in the second division. Anderson, good cross, great cross, and it was Tynan who got a hook on it, and looked very much like a corner kick to me off Parkin, and yes, it is. Very dangerous in the 6-yard box is Tommy Tynan, Kevin, a real experienced goal-scoring man.
Yeah, just looking there, Roger, there's a lot of big men in that box there for Plymouth.
Oh, good play by the goalkeeper. Anderson again. Calder will have to win this one. It's a problem, and it's there. It's there. The tall Stuart Evans. Yes, it's the big man there. Very good use of his height. Now, Kevin, they're in trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just what I said a couple of minutes ago. Plymouth get the ball high in the box. They've got some big players in there, and they're causing a lot of problems.
Oh, McElhenney on Bamba. Good tackle, the referee decides. And why not? Looked all right to me. Marker getting away from King. The number 5 there, the Plymouth lad, the boy that Bristol City tried to buy. But Plymouth did instead. Chance here for Coughlin, but now to Evans. Now to Marker. Now to Hodges, miss kick. Tynan! Oh! Off the angle! Boy, when it goes near that Tommy Tynan, he's dangerous, Kevin. When it came to him, it really did look curtains for Swindon.
Yeah, I thought it was over the line for a minute, but it's obviously not.
Up goes Quinn, but McElhenney again, better off. Lee Cooper and Foley. And Kamara. And McElhenney just finally steering it away for a corner. The big Irishman's doing well for them, Kevin.
Yeah, he's holding together back there after the early shaky start, and he's holding together.
So Lee Barnard's corner. Swindon have sent all their big men forward. Parkin's in there, Calderwood's in there, Quinn's in there, Bamba's in there, but what a good punch by the keeper. Just like picking cherries, says Steve Cherry. Now it's Barnard. And Mark Smith. Tynan missed kick. Parkin lets in Barnard. And again, good goalkeeping. Foul on the keeper anyway. And Swindon failed to get that equaliser. Barnard, Foley, Bamba. Jimmy Quinn. And a cheer from the crowd when Barnes does get the ball. Must have been listening to you, Kevin. A nice cross too. And a charge for Bamba. Over the top. Well, certainly, Kevin, your faith in Mr. Barnes was justified.
You see, that's his first touch, Roger, for a few minutes now. And look what damage it does. We could have easily had a goal here. Look, he goes past the two defenders. A great cross. Maybe Bamba should have got it a bit more on target, but it's a nice piece of play, and Swindon have put a little bit of pressure on there, Roger.
Bamba. Anderson marking back. Bamba going away from him. And again. Well, going all the way, but just knocked it too far ahead of himself, and Smith got it away, but Barnard will hoist it in, and up goes the big men. And Cherry again. Good goalkeeping. Barnes taking the corner from the left. Up goes Kamara, good header, but headed away by Brimacombe. Good header out by all the way to Anderson, who hits it long. This is Hodges against King. And it runs all the way for Tim Flowers. Marker up strongly. And that man Evans again, well won by Calderwood. And Tynan could find himself booked here. No, he's got away with it. Good warning. Bamba to Quinn. And the volley over the top, but that's the manoeuvre, Kevin, which brings so many Swindon goals. The hoisted ball. Bamba knocks it down, and that man Quinn hits it on the volley, but that time a little bit too steeply.
Yeah, it's an awkward ball to hit, Roger.
Calderwood could only just knock it out of play. Cooper making good progress. Low cross, Hodges. Well, the left fullback stole down there and gave Hodges a little bit of a chance, but couldn't keep it down. Foley can't keep it in play. Cooper. Boy, that ball's bashing about there like a pinball machine. Both these sides believe in first-time football, the long ball. Must be the ball which sometimes wishes it could be substituted. That's Foley with a long one. McElhenney just knocking it away, but Foley's there. Now then, this is promising if he can get a centre in. He can, but Brimmer comes there first. Now Quinn, wide to Barnes. Gets into the box. Good tackle by Brimacombe. Number 2 there for Plymouth. Former dockyard worker who turned pro late in life and enjoying himself. Bobby Barnes' corner. Left-footed outswinger. Up goes Bamba, but can't reach it before McElhenney. Barnard knocks it in. Bamba. Coughlin sideways. To Hodges, going to hold it, wait for support to arrive. But Tynan is giving him a volley of abuse for that ill-directed pass, because he really gave it away there, Hodges. Kamara. Foley. That's for Quinn. Oh, Mark Smith, good defence. And finally, Lee Cooper. Now Hodges, but Barnes is too quick for him. He's too sharp. Well played, Bobby Barnes. And Foley. And Hockaday. And Barnard. But Cooper was too sharp for him. He's defended well over there, Lee Cooper for Plymouth. And Cooper nods it away for a corner.
What's interesting here is that Foley started to get on the other side of his marker, and he's come into the game more and making some good runs from midfield.
Good.
Causing a lot of problems there.
Right. Let's see if they can benefit from that, Kevin, as Bobby Barnes takes this corner kick. Nodded on by Parkin. It's promising for Kamara. And he will not be very pleased with that. Chris Kamara, a good striker of the ball normally, but that was the exception that proves the rule. Plymouth have certainly made out a good case for leading through Evans's goal, and they might have had a couple more, but here's Bamba's chance, and Barnes' chance, and it's there! Bobby Barnes! The ball broke nicely for him, and his momentum and his sharpness took him on, and he rolled it home. His 3rd goal since arriving. There you are, Kevin. Enjoy yourself as we look at the Swindon equaliser.
There's a good ball through from Kamara there. Bamba or Barnes could have got it, and Barnes took it and stuck it away. So what a great time to score a goal.
Hodges will get there first. King's decision will be whether to tackle or jockey. He jockeyed and Kamara helped him out. Brimacombe. Good tackle by Barnes, tackling back. Plymouth want a corner. Barnes, a different verdict, but corner it is. So we're in the injury time now in this first half as Dougie Anderson takes this corner. It's been a lively half in many ways. Now Flowers is going for it and gets it. Well done, son. Up into the sunshine, and he got hold of it. So as Mr. Mills brings the first half to an end, a nice, exciting situation at 1 goal each. Swindon in all sorts of problems, then pulling themselves together, getting the equaliser just before half-time. So whatever their beverage at half-time, they can perhaps enjoy it rather more than looked like at one time. So come back for us for the second half of West Country Soccer in just a few moments. Welcome back then for the second half of West Country Soccer. The second half have just started. Swindon are in the driving seat, having come from behind to make it 1-1. Lee Cooper with the throw to Anderson. Kamara tackling back, but Evans, good tackle by Parkin, and a shot by, oh, Nicky Marker. Didn't the boy from Exeter hit that well? No wonder Plymouth paid all that money, £90,000 for him a couple of weeks ago.
Great strike here by Marker, quite a long way out. The keeper's seen it late, and a great save. King.
Good dummy by Kamara, worked at the second attempt. Hockaday over the top for Bamba, looking for support. Oh, nice work by his own, and wins the corner kick. Brimacombe just smothering the cross. Well, Kevin, Dave Bamba beginning to look like a possible match winner for Swindon this afternoon.
Yeah, he turned well there, Roger, and it's led to a corner here, which could be dangerous for Plymouth.
Bamba's again gets his head to it. And McElhenney strongest in the air, but at the expense of another corner. What a great game that number 4's having for the Plymouth side. Barnes with the in-swinging corner kick from the left. Brimacombe away. Barnes. Nice little jink. Loses it though, perhaps tried to do a bit too much. Coughlin. For Tynan, this is dangerous. Flowers should have come, I felt. But Tynan threw it away. Well, I really felt that Flowers should have come for that ball. He would have got it, but how lucky he was when Tynan's control let him down. Now it's Bamba. To Foley! Oh, what a miss! Goodness me, action at both ends, and Steve Foley really should have knocked that one in. Well, Kevin, a miss at either end.
Yeah, Foley really should have scored there. As the goalkeeper came out, maybe just a little chip over the goalkeeper as he came diving in would have done it. The other end, Tynan, when you think of the quality striker that he is, you would have thought he'd have put that away quite easily.
McElhenney again, and oh, Hodges, brilliant, beating first the left fullback and then Parkin. And Tynan nearly getting it to Anderson. Now Coughlin has it. Oh, a nasty bouncing ball there, but young Flowers followed it all the way. Smart shot from Coughlin. Fouled by Mark Smith on Jimmy Quinn. Free kick to Swindon. Kamara taking it fast but not well. Oh, but Barnes has got him out of trouble. Superb work by Barnes. Barnard. Bamba. Turning. And good brave goalkeeping by Steve Cherry. Controlled by Stuart Evans. But the pass wasn't. Hockaday. Hello. Mr. Anderson imagines the game is rugby. Well, that's amazing, Kevin. I mean, the bloke grabs him round the neck and he's not booked, and someone will say something a bit sharpish in a moment, and will be. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, Roger, yeah, but maybe the referee was right there. Now the referee's seen something else.
Quick one to Barnes. He's got round Cooper again. He's really causing them all sorts of problems. Tynan. Plymouth throw. There's trouble here. Hodges. Whoa! Well, Kevin Hodges sniffed out a bit of a chance there, Kevin, and nearly helped himself.
Yeah, I just noticed the last few minutes, Swindon have been pushing forward more, and Plymouth have been breaking, and they could have had a couple of chances.
Oof. Brimacombe against Barnard. And the ball that suffered. Quinn the nod on. Barnes trying to get there, but... Oh, lovely ball from Bamber, and Cooper just managed to get in there and rescue his side. Well, that was nice work there by the Swindon players, and Cooper just managed to thwart them. That's over the top, and Tynan's through. And it's a good save, but it's going to be a goal. Oh, what a super save from Flowers. A double save. Colin Calderwood let Tynan through, and Tommy had 2 bites at the cherry, but Flowers was as good as cherry at the other end, and what a good double save. Hodges, Tynan. And that was pretty good work there by Calderwood, I thought, Kevin. Difficult situation for the Swindon skipper.
Yeah, he did very well, and Hodges is getting more and more into the game as well. They're trying to feed Hodges a lot more over on that right.
Anderson to Evans. Coughlin. Anderson, good control, and he's away. But again, Calderwood to the rescue. 2 super challenges there by the Swindon captain, but it's a corner kick. Colin Calderwood, Kevin, the sort of defender you always like to have on your side.
Yeah, he's having a very good game, Roger, and 2 very important tackles just now, and he's organising them here, so let's just hope we can keep them out.
Coughlin's corner. Calderwood up, but not that time. It's a chance here. Wow! Jerry McElhenney, me boy, oh, you'll never forgive yourself for missing that one. Mark Smith knocking it forward. Barnard, Hockaday rather. That's nodded on for Jimmy Quinn. Is away. Oh, what a good shot. Wow. Jimmy's been having a quiet match, but he's always dangerous. This is Barnes. Oh, wow. Now, that was his chance to make his day, Kevin, for sure.
Yeah, maybe he could have taken on one more pace, Roger, but it's very hard when you're up here. When you're on the pitch, it's easy when you're up here.
Could be, you know that if you concede a goal now, it could be too late to get it back. But let's see if Swindon are equal to the task. Up goes. Whoa! This is a lucky little break there, with Hodges making a mess of that one. So we move into the time added on by referee Chelford Mills, who, as you were saying, Kevin, earlier, I think he's had a good game. It's nice to see a referee doing well, and I think Mr. Mills has shown his experience and firmness here to his considerable credit, and has kept the game moving nicely too.
Yeah, you can always tell when a referee's had a good game because you don't notice him, Roger.
Yes. And so the man we've been talking about brings the game to an end. We both agree that probably the right result could have been a lot more goals. There were certainly a lot of thrills. So a final score then of Swindon Town 1, Plymouth Argyle 1.
Barnes, starting with you, Tim. I know you haven't seen Swindon much, thrown into the fray a bit today, but a bit surprised at the slowness in starting?
Well, firstly, I am used to it really because I was here last year for a few games on loan. Well, I certainly don't think they were slow. The game was played at a very frantic pace. The Swindon lads have always been very fit, and this season's no exception. So I had to keep on my toes throughout the whole match because, as I say, it was a frantic pace, and Plymouth were very sharp up front.
Well, Bobby, in fairness, though, I think you would say that from the performances we've seen you this season, that usually you go off like an exploding bomb.
Well, yeah, I mean, for myself, I was a little bit surprised. I think everybody seemed very sluggish at the offset today, but I think gradually as the half went on, we began to creep into it a little bit more, and then perhaps we were a little bit disappointed in that we didn't really go on from that in the second half.
And your goal just before half-time, absolutely crucial. Remember much about it?
I remember a ball was flicked on, and it was myself and Big Bams going for it. It was a question of who was going to get there first, really, and I more or less pushed him out of the way. I gave him a shout, and obviously it was pleasing for it to go in.
From that moment on, it looked as though Swindon might just take it, but then came that beautiful save. Tommy Tynan ran onto it. You remember much about it? He hit it at you, and then he got a rebound.
Yes, well, he'd just got in moments before, actually, and he'd stumbled. I don't know whether he just got his feet tied up together there, and he stumbled and just kicked the ball straight at me. But then he got through again. He hit a sharp shot with his left foot. I just managed to get down to it. It squirmed away, and I thought that he was going to score. So I just flung myself in behind him at the post there, and fortunately it stuck in my arm there.
Vital. Well, you've just spoken to the boss, Lou McCurry. Is he a happy man tonight?
No,
Yes.
no, he's not happy really. I think, like Bobby says, he thought the lads were a little bit sluggish today. So we've got some important games coming up, and the lads will be training as hard as ever to get it right for Saturday.
Thank you very much indeed, lads. Well, there we are. 1 goal apiece here at the county ground in Swindon. A great game.